stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Good morning. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. We had some football back. We had some FIBA action. We had some U.S. Open. We had a little bit of everything, but we're back on the grind now. Back on the grind. Hope everybody, though, did have just a lovely weekend. Who do we got in the streets this morning? Jump Shoots here. Sneeps is here. Boston-based International Office Parachute Day. Wow. Okay. I'm going to need Snoop Loop to verify. Common Man here. Congratulating Dwight Powell, fellow Dallas Maverick. We the people here. Stubbs, what's up? Getty in the house. Let's go. We the Getty side of Hugo's here. Veronica, good morning. Bonavide Soccer Boys here. We got Patrick up early. Daniel Easterman. There's a new North American team now. That's right. Raise your Maple Leafs. We got Regulator here. Jordan here. Who else? Do you get more money if I watch the full YouTube ad, Jump Shoot? I don't know. It's a great question. Probably, but that's okay. I'd rather have you guys here, Let those suckers pay for those ads, not you. Not you, bros. Do me a favor, like the stream and subscribe. That's what we're going to do today. We'll talk a little FIBA. We'll talk a little bit of the NFL, too. A couple of other news pieces from the last few days. But for this week, boys and girls, and however you identify, this is what we're going to be doing. The NBA bit, we got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. No, not on Wednesday. Not on Wednesday. Shot Tank's back Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. We've got, what else do we have? Anything else spicy? I don't know. I think that's really it. We got, Point BW. I'm sorry. I did a bad job pronouncing that. Poe. We're going to go with Poe. I hope that's okay. Who else we got? Anybody else in here? Oh, Snoop Loop said I'll try and verify that one, but happy National Hot Cross Buns Day. Okay. Wow. All right. Is that like Jesus hot dogs? All right. So today's September 11th. Listen, hashtag never forget. I just wanted to share one thing today. Okay. One thing this is the first piece of content I consumed this morning. And here we go. Let's share screen. This was a bet that was down. This was a bet that you could get on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, when I saw this, I immediately assumed this was a bit, right? Somebody Photoshop action. This was real. The Mets to win, the Yankees to win, and the Jets to win. Which, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like maybe sit this one out, maybe sit this one out. I don't know if we need a parlay boost to remember all of the fallen during 9/11, so maybe sit this one out. Apparently, so this was posted yesterday midday, I think after the 1 o'clock games locked. And I believe they took it down pretty soon after. But I mean, real bonkers energy. Real bonkers energy. I do not know if we need a boost. I saw a great reply being like they should have added one more game and made it plus 911 there for the boost. But I mean, just out of control. DraftKings trying to secure as many bags as possible on the backs of fucking 747s. Incredible. That was the first thing I saw today. I mean, shout out all of the people who work for brands right now who are getting emails from their CEO or their manager, their director, whatever, being like, "Hey, can you do me a favor and just like get out a 9/11 tweet this morning? Like, make sure they know we care." I mean, those are tough. It is a tough scene. It's a tough scene. Yeah, after the Giants get smoked 40-0 too. I know, right? Yeah, man, football was wild. People just said that you're full of shit, Boston Base. That is garbage. Not even from a sensitivity level. That's just a garbage promo. But yeah, anyways, we had a little football action yesterday, huh? That was fun. It was fun to have football back. It was fun to feel that sensation of getting my teeth kicked in, playing a little fantasy sports once again. Although I will say, put together a little 4 p.m. only lineup, and that saved the day. Got smoked in the main slate, but finished like 4th in a tournament yesterday because I went with the Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, Musgrave stack. No Bear bring back. So 3 Packers. Actually, I had the Packers defense on top of that too. Then had Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill. How about Tyreek Hill, man? That was crazy. He just like put on a show yesterday. He's the fastest man alive. I'm not going to say the world's fastest man because holy crap, Noah Lyles would lose his mind if we did that, right? But it was good to have it back. I don't know. It gave me a little tingle. I was excited. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in to John and I yesterday. We'll be doing that every Sunday, except for a couple of Sundays because I'll be traveling. Which, speaking of, I feel like I got to bring this up because I haven't talked about it at all. We're gonna be going over to Ireland in just a couple of weeks. It was 2 weeks from Saturday, so I'm gonna be gone from September 23rd, that's Saturday, all the way till October 2nd, I believe. So there's going to be no shows from the 25th to the 30th, but we'll be back October 2nd. So mark your calendars. This is ridiculous.
This is it.
Are we back now? We're back now. God, that was embarrassing. But yeah, we're gonna be out for a couple of weeks. Jordan said a week. Had a blast in Dublin, says Jordan. Yeah. So I'm going to Dublin for a couple of days, Galway for a couple of days, and then Dingle for 5 days. Is this your honeymoon? No, we're one of Kelsey's really good friends is getting married over there. Her husband is from Dingle, Dangle. So we're going to be going over there for like 9 days, 10 days or something like that. So really looking forward to that, but I will be gone. Anything else here in the chat that I missed? Regulator had some. Yeah, Mike is the world's best host of the NBA bit. There you go. Bodavine said we beat Ireland in soccer yesterday. There we go. All right. I think that's it for stuff. I also want to say, guys, listen, or people, we are at 9,000. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. You know what's funny? I was working on this all weekend. I feel like I haven't had anything cut out in a while. Like I haven't had anything cut out off the mic in a while. The Wi-Fi's been really good. Like everything's been solid because I was working on it, and then bang, down again. It's just I literally said it to myself this morning. I was like, oh, you know what? I finally figured that thing out. What's wrong with the new connection? Anyways, we're at 9,982 subscribers. We are down to 18 to go. 18 to go to get to 10K. We're very excited. I don't know. I feel like we're going to get there today. Tomorrow, the latest. But I feel I'm going to put in some work today. We're going to have some Monday morning energy today, and we're going to get this done. Regulator said, is it still raining in New York? Nope, it's not raining in New York. Is Tandy taking over the Team Hold channel while you're gone? No. He will not be. No one's going to do anything unless Greg and Dustin want to jump on or do something. I don't know. Maybe Shot Tank happens, but there's going to be no content. We're going to go dark. It's actually good timing too, because that's like right when teams report back to camp for like off-season OTAs, whatever the hell they call it, camp, I think. And so we're gonna wait till we're just gonna take the week off, and then when we come back, it's like the beginning of October. We'll be a couple of weeks away from the start of the NBA season, so it's good. We've also started booking people for that opening day show, the tip-off show, the 8-hour marathon stream. And we've like locked in a couple of people that we're really excited about. Are you getting into DK NBA best ball? No, I'm gonna just be focusing on underdog. All right. What else? Anything else I got to hit in the chat? You want to get into a little bit of FIBA World Cup action? Listen, I just first of all I want to say, this is the most I've gotten into international ball. Look, normally when the Olympics come around, I'll like pay attention, but I really only watch Team USA, and I don't have too much of a hashtag hard on for it. But I watched so much basketball, and I had a great time. I really did. I had a great time. It was a blasty blast. I appreciate it taking over, like just giving us something to talk about for a couple of weeks. It was really nice. It was a fun little sweat. And there was some good action, but we're going to start. I know everyone probably is like, dude, give us USA and Canada. Now we're starting with the world champs. Shout out Noah Lyles. The world champs, Germany. Germany wins. It was a pretty fun game. The third quarter, they just kind of, they put the Wiener Schnitzel on. Terrible. But Germany won. Dennis Schroeder, dude. Schroeder. The MVP of FIBA World Cup. He dropped 28 points in the finale as Germany surpasses Serbia. Franz Wagner. Franz, dude, has been awesome. I'm getting pretty excited to see what this Orlando Magic team looks like here. Franz in year 3, Paolo in year 2, both coming off of like a pretty, I would say, like important experience here for international play. And Franz looks like he's ready to take a pretty big leap They still have to figure out what the hell they're going to do with the point guard situation, right? Because they have a lot of like okay point guards and Markelle Fultz, Cole Anthony, and I'm forgetting somebody else, Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, all those guys. Botavine saying, yeah, the no dunks playbacks were a lot of fun. Daniel Tice, the real MVP, injured the starting Serbian forward, in the or small forward, excuse me. Daniel Tice was balling, man. He was balling. But yeah, anyways, I'm excited about Orlando after that. But Germany went unbeaten. It was funny. I was starting to think about it. I was like, dude, when's the last time a World Cup or Olympic team went undefeated? I'm like, that actually probably happens a ton. Because really, it's just the group stage where you're allowed to lose. You got to win the rest of them after that. So it's probably not that unique. But Germany survived a couple of scares, right? The 2-point win against Latvia, where Davis Bertans takes that game, potential game winner. And then they also, like, the United States was kind of a scare, although the U.S. like decided not to play until the last few minutes. But it was good. Dennis has a pretty interesting vlog too. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, the Schroeder Austin Reeves stuff was pretty fun too. After Germany beat US, it seems like they have a real love for one another, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so congrats to Germany. They roll through. Serbia, who comes up a little bit short. Man, to think that they were without, is it Vasiljevic, the dude who's now going to be going to the Oklahoma City Thunder to start this season, without Nikola Jokic, and still finish runner-up here with the silver medal in the FIBA World Cup. I mean, you got to think, if they have both of those guys next summer in Paris for the 2024 Olympics, they are going to be in great position to make a run at this. I mean, Jokic is the best player on the planet right now. And then I don't know much about the dude going to the Thunder. I know he's like a strong guard, but I don't know too much about him, so I'm not going to speak on it. Like, I understand, but I would imagine Serbia is going to go in as one of the heavy favorites if they decide to play, right? Because I guess there's a big will he, won't he energy with Jokic in Serbia. But I imagine there's just a little bit more of an emphasis on the Olympics than for the World Cup. So that'll be fun. So congrats to the Germans and Schroeder and Vogs, both Vogs, Tice. Really good win. I mean, they were dominant throughout. They deserved it. They beat everybody, so congrats to them. But the Canada USA game, which I did not get up for. I know some of you monsters got up at like 4:40 for that game. Your boy did not. Okay. I do have lines. I'm not getting up for a third place game. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But this is what. Wait, how much blame do you place on USA players versus coaches? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. First, let's give Canada some flowers here. So insane ending too. I don't know how many. I mean, I'm sure everybody saw the clip at this point now, but United States down 3, 4 seconds left. Mikal Bridges at the line, shooting 1, misses the 3, gets the long rebound, sprints to the corner, turnaround 3-point jumper with 0.2 left, goes down, ties the game. Walker Kessler, you get a classic white big guy running around, gave me some Keith Van Horn energy. They get the W. I mean, they send it to overtime, and then good Lord, did Canada just cook in the overtime. And I mean, some of these stat lines, dude. So Dylan Brooks, 39 points, 5 boards, 4 dimes, went 7 for 8 from 3. Dylan was awesome. And I mean, he shot the ball really well this entire FIBA World Cup. That Canadian jersey just brings up some Dylan Brooks goodness. And yeah, the SGA ankle breaker in OT, man. So I'm sure, again, everybody saw this too, where he gets right near the 3-point line. And there's a great still shot. I forget who tweeted it, of SGA, the way he planted his ankle. It just didn't make sense. It sends Mikal Bridges sliding on his ass away from him. And then Austin Reeves had no shot, step back 3, cold as ice. RJ Barrett with a pretty big dagger from 3 in overtime. But SGA finished with 31 points, 12 dimes, and 6 boards. RJ with 23 on the U.S. side. RJ had 23 and 7. Ant-Man led the team. I'm sorry. RJ had 23 and 7 for Canada. On the U.S. side, Ant-Man had 24 and 5. He led all scores for Team USA. Mikal Bridges had 19, 9, and 4, and Austin Reeves had 23 and 5. A couple of things for Team USA, Paolo didn't play. So Brandon Ingram didn't play in the semifinal game because of a upper respiratory system. And then Paolo, Brandon Ingram, and Jaren Jackson Jr. all didn't play in the third place game as well. And you know what? I don't even know how much that mattered. I mean, obviously, they had no bigs, and so that is a problem. But those bigs have been so bad for them anyways this entire run. Tessa said, what percentage of NBA players do you think saw that game live? Like 3%, and they were all over there. But so like first, congrats to Canada. First men's team FIBA World or first men's team FIBA World Cup medal ever. But first medal since the silver from like 1930 something, I believe. I'm sure Top Shot Tessa will have better information on that than I do, but they were great, man. They were pretty dominant this entire run, and outside of that game against Serbia, and then the weird one against Italy, they were great. And you think that they add, two players like Jamal Murray and Andrew Wiggins, if Wiggins decides to play, for their World Cup roster, and they're going to be right up there with everybody else. But man, Team USA, like, I don't know. I mean, they not broke the record. The three highest or three worst defensive performances were the last in USA international history were the last 3 games that they played where they gave up all of these points. So like, I know they gave up 127 to Canada, but I think it was like 100. It was 110 plus, I believe, in 3 consecutive games to Italy, Germany, and then Canada. And I mean, they just like, I was listening to a little bit of the Hoop Collective this morning, right? That team is built to fly around, to switch on everybody, to just be the small athletic team that just sprints around, right? That's just not how anybody else plays in FIBA. That's just not the international game. So if you are not going to be elite at that, it's almost like, remember when, not the wishbone, what did they call the Wildcat? Remember when the Wildcat came to the NFL for like 2 weeks before it got sniffed out? It was like 2 consecutive weeks. The Miami Dolphins running all over everybody. This is the new offense. This is the new way to play football, right? And then in week 3, they made the adjustments and they're like, oh no, you know what? Actually, we need our quarterbacks to throw the ball. And that is kind of what this Team USA felt like, where they were just like, yeah, we're going to be this quick athletic team that sprints around. No one's going to know how to defend us. We can defend everyone. And then they grab 4 rebounds a game. And that's a problem. That's a problem when every other team is built to just pound you down low and like actually have some bigs. And I mean, when your best big is Jaren Jackson Jr., who grabs like 2 to 3 rebounds a game, and I love Triple J, but this just was not the tournament for him. This was not the team for him. And then their backup big is Paolo Banchero, who's never played 5 before, I don't believe, right? That wasn't a common thing. If there's any Magic fans in the chat, that wasn't a common thing the Orlando Magic were doing. This was Steve Kerr being tinkering, right? Which is like an interesting thing. It's almost like a gimmick you can throw out there. And it works until it doesn't. And I mean, in Canada doesn't even have the bigs to bang down low. So that game was a little bit different. And of course, the U.S. were such shorthanded. It's not like Kelly Olynyk and Dwight Powell are like pounding you down low. But when you have nobody down there to battle, to grab rebounds, that means you have to shoot like 80% from the field in order to stay with them, because they're getting like 2-to-1 shot opportunities because they're pounding the offensive glass. We saw glimpses of it with Nikola Vucevic in the Montenegro game. And even though Team USA ended up winning by double digits, that's where like the writing was on the wall. You're like, this might be a problem. And then we saw it again with Jonas Valanciunas, but then Lithuania gets eliminated. And everybody's like, well, no teams left have those crazy bigs. Daniel Tice was out there balling against Team USA. So Regulator was saying more Kessler. I've been seeing a lot of that. More Walker Kessler. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if Walker Kessler was the answer. And my guess is that Steve Kerr was sitting there and being like, I don't think Walker's going to get it done. And I think that's like and you know what? Maybe he's wrong. Maybe like at least give it a shot. I think the bigger issue here is you look at the roster construction of Team USA. So you brought Bobby Portis with you, who again, not a traditional big, right? He's kind of a stretch 4, maybe small ball 5. You brought Paolo, who was your backup big. That was essentially we can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you. Hell yeah. Anyways, you bring Paolo again, who's your backup big, who's not a big, and then Jaren Jackson Jr., who is like a shot blocking big, not necessarily a rebounding big. And so I think when you look at the roster construction, you look forward to next summer in the Olympics, like you got to have somebody like Bam Adebayo, somebody like Draymond Green, somebody like Anthony Davis. But I think it's like the bigger question is like what, because I just listed 3 American bigs. That's kind of it for your options. And I think that is like the bigger question where like you look at all the dominant bigs in the league and they're not from the United States. And so, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think like part of like the elite tier of NBA players, right? Yeah, Embiid could do it too. Excuse me. But that elite tier of players, they don't necessarily want to sign up for Team USA for 4 years, right? They're not like, listen, they need their off seasons. They don't want to be doing practices like in the off season. They don't want to be playing in these international friendlies to lead up to the World Cup to then lead up to the Olympics, right? They're just like, you know what I will do? I will play the Olympics. So I will sign on in like March as we build towards July. And then you look at every other international team has this level of continuity. And part of that is because they don't have the luxury of choosing between 100 NBA players, right? Like you look, and that's not to disparage the level of talent on all of these other international teams, but you look at Germany, and Germany has like 3 or 4, maybe it's more than that, like pretty good NBA players, right? Dennis Schroeder, Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, Daniel Tice. You look at, I mean, Canada's the exception because but even Canada, they have SGA, which is all NBA. And then they have like a bunch of pretty good players outside of that. RJ Barrett, like that stuff, right? But they've been playing together for a long time. It's been the same core group. And you look at Team USA, it's like Jalen Brunson played in like the 18 and under teams. Who else? Who else am I thinking like that's actually played minutes for them? But we had no all NBA guys on the team. No all NBA. So I don't know. Is it a continuity thing? Do they need to like break down what Team USA's program is and like rebuild it? Is it like a 4-year commitment? I don't know. I don't really know the answers. I mean, it's a lot harder. I get it. I get that the buying's a lot harder, but you know what? Actually, to push back on that a little bit, all of these other guys are playing professionally too. Even if they're not playing in the NBA, you know, they're playing in Euroball, they're playing overseas, right? Like they're still playing professionally as well and then signing on to this. So I think that there's probably more pride and there's more of an importance put on international play in some of these other countries than it is in the United States. And maybe because it was a foregone conclusion for like the first 15 years that we started throwing pros in there that the Team USA was going to dominate. And I mean, there's been a lot said about how the level of talent has like evened out over the years. And I think that's 100% true, right? Like the level of play overall has gotten better and people have caught up. But there's still like, I don't know. It seems to me that the roster construction and like it kind of reminds me of like soccer in the United States, right? The soccer, like the youth soccer is not built to produce like professional American soccer athletes. And that's kind of like, it's just the infrastructure is not there to build that up. And that kind of feels like what's happening on the basketball side of things. Like when we first started, we're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to send Jordan, LeBron, Patrick Ewing, like those type. I don't know why I threw LeBron in that category of like the 92 Dream Team Bird. And now that part is worn up, we don't have like the infrastructure that like funnels you into creating these teams. Yeah, the chemistry factor the international teams have is an obvious advantage. I totally agree. And I think that, like you see, like Germany is a team. Serbia was a team. Like Serbia was missing, like they had Bogdan, and who's the other pro that they had on the team? It was Bogdan and somebody else. Nikola Jovic. That's it. So they had a 6-man and then a second-year player who played like 12 total minutes for the Miami Heat. And that was just continuity of the squad that they had. Posted, I can tell you for Serbia, this tournament is pretty much where the entire country is emotionally invested more than any other sporting event. I can tell that in the USA, that is not the case. Yeah. I think part of it too this year was like the timing of it. Like it's really early games for some of these. So maybe the fans aren't really in it as much. And I do think like after they lost the semifinal game, especially for like Canada hadn't medaled in forever, right? USA, I think like once you lose that semifinal, it's probably pretty hard to get up for that bronze medal. But I don't know. I mean, it was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed I really enjoyed watching it. It was a really fun tournament. Congrats to Germany. Congrats to Canada. I know we have a lot of like Canadians who were following along and sweating it out, and it means a lot. Also, thank you, Boston Base. Look at that super sticker. What was the super sticker? Let me check here. Oh, it's poop. Thank you, Boston Base. But it was I had a great time watching it. It was a lot of fun. Congrats to all the medalists, to Serbia as well. And I'll be fascinated to see what Team USA does. I mean, Steve Kerr was taking a beating on social media yesterday, and maybe, but I don't know. Kerr's won a bunch of championships, man. I don't know what the move was. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess we put Walker Kessler in, but if that's what you're turning to, I think the writing's already on the wall. You know. If the answer was like, maybe we need to get this second year big, not even. He just finished his rookie year. We had two. Yeah, I don't know. Regulator wants an update on the sub numbers. Is that what you're saying? Hey, should we? Let's take our first break. That's going to put a pin on. I think we covered all of the World Cup stuff. Let's take our first break. We're going to shout out So Rare. I'm going to leak an announcement too, I think. Maybe. Let's see. Where's our ad video? Let's take our first break. We'll be back in 1 minute. Today's NBA bit is brought to you by So Rare. Daily fantasy sports is annoying. Constantly paying attention to injury news, who's starting, who's sitting, and just having to remember to enter your lineups each and every day. With So Rare, you just have to enter your lineup once for each game week. And instead of having to pay an entry fee each time you enter a contest, with So Rare, once you buy your cards, the tournaments are free. Each game week, you'll have a chance to win more card rewards to bolster up your roster. And this year, So Rare is introducing cash prizes. So sign up for So Rare today using the link in the description, and they'll start you with 20 free common cards. And by using our link, once you buy 5 cards from auction, they'll give you a 6th one free. So sign up for So Rare today and see if you can take down Mike Sorarian. All right, baby, we're back. A sub update. We're still at 9,982, 18 away from glory. But anyways, yeah. No, I guess I can't. Well, hold on. Where can Cat be traded? I need to know what. I don't think Cat's getting traded, Grote. I think they're going to be. I think Minnesota. They can talk themselves into another year of seeing where they're at. I think Rudy's going to be the real albatross of the contract. That trade. I know there's a lot of back and forth where it's like, what do draft picks actually mean? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. That Rudy Gobert trade is going to look very bad as we continue to move further and further away from it. Let's keep going. There was like one other thing I really wanted to get to today. So Shams reported this morning, and people might not think this is a big deal, but the San Antonio Spurs came out and said that Wemby is going to start at the 4. And I thought that was kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit of Anthony Davis, right? AD. And I don't know if Wemby said he wanted to start at the 4, or if that was Pop saying that. But Anthony Davis constantly is just like, I want to play the 4. I'm not really a 5. I only play the 5 when it matters. Like that kind of garbage. And that's why like the signing of Christian Wood, people are like, well, Wood can start at the 5, which I'm like, okay, yeah, let me know how that goes, because every other team has had such success with that. But don't worry, you can fix them, Lakers. But I thought that was great that they came out and said that. So that means Zach Collins, baby, Zach Collins. And I saw a lot of comments too that were like, oh, well, Wemby's too thin to play. Wemby's too frail. He's too frail to play the 5. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call Zach Collins thick. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would say thick. Yeah, there we go. Their jump shoot said it right now. But you're putting Zach Collins in there. I also saw like a great, we put it up as a short too, of Wemby just like stretching out. It's crazy. Wemby is an alien, man. He's like the first 7-footer that was like built to be a 7-footer, if that makes sense. Like he's like flexible. He's out there doing splits. He's like, it feels like he's built different. But it feels like this is going to be, I don't know. I don't want to knock on wood. I obviously want everybody to be healthy, but I feel like the conversation around bigs might be a little bit different with this dude compared to other 7-footers. But yeah, Wemby at the 4. Oh my God. Wemby will be an amazing help defender at the 4. Yeah, I wonder, like, I'm trying to think of other big 4s that would be like a real problem. That'd be a real problem for him to cover. But man, I'm so excited. Yeah, there you go. Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson at the 3, Wemby at the 4, Zach at the 5. And then when they go small, Wemby can play the 5. You move Keldon to the 4. You throw another a wing or guard out there. Yeah, we'll see. When Chet and Wemby yoga class. Seriously. So you got Wemby greater than Chat now because of yoga. Well, I know. I've always said that Wemby's better than Chet. I just think Chet's going to win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, Laurie, that's a good one. Laurie would be a tough cover. Laurie Markkinen would be a tough one. Oh, yeah, Jeremy Sohan. I forgot about Beware the Zohan. I can't write. I forgot about him. Anyways, that was kind of it. That was kind of it for NBA news over the weekend. Trey Murphy's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, or no, I think 10 to 12 weeks. Excuse me. He just had surgery on the partially torn meniscus. Where's it? One of the tendons, which is a bummer because he was balling, man. He kind of supplanted Herb Jones. Was like shooting something crazy, like 80% from three the second half of the year. I know it's not 80%, but was like really coming into his own there. Yeah, AD at the 4 would be a tough cover as well. Right, but what makes AD so special at the 5 is that like it's the spacing is just incredible. Now you throw another big in there. Shams just tweeted about LeBron on the USA Olympic team, Steph and KD to make a decision soon. Ooh, we get some breaking news. Let's see where that is. But like, isn't that? But that's not, to me, that doesn't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like getting a 39-year-old to play. Yes. So, okay, here's the tweet. Sources. LeBron James wants to represent Team USA at 2024 Paris Olympics and spearheading a group of future Hall of Famers, including Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, prepared to commit. Like, again, I think this is good. I love that. Yeah, Boston Base, you probably did comment that 10 minutes ago, but you've also put in a bunch of dog shit in there. So it's hard to sift through like what's real and what's not. But yeah, I don't think that's like, that doesn't fix anything, right? Like maybe that brings them out there and they win gold and we're like, yay, but that doesn't address. And listen, you might be familiar with this kind of conversation. That doesn't address the infrastructure. And I think that's kind of what they need to build up. How old will LeBron be? No, he'll be 39. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if that. I mean, that's fun. I thought like the Last Dance, except America, right? That's kind of what this LeBron season would be. I think that is that's spicy. That's fun, but I don't know. We got to get out to Paris, though. I think that's what we need to do is get out to Paris. All right, so I know I teased this out last week on Thursday, our last show, but let me share screen here. Let me share the screen because we're just gonna bump it up. Hold on, let's share this. Want to get a photo out here. Hold on, there it is. How does that look? Yes, here we go. Hold on, why is it showing? There we go. Let's blow it up. All right, this is our schedule for the fall, boys and girls. What if we do this? Can we do it like that? No, it doesn't look as good. Anyways, here we go. This is our fall schedule, baby. So we have the 9 a.m. NBA bit on Mondays with Live Before Lock on Monday afternoons as well, 5:30 p.m. Tuesdays, we've got the NBA bit. Also, I will say 89 Cavs is going to start out on Mondays at 7, but we might have to switch at some point. On Wednesdays, we'll have the NBA bit in the morning. So that's right. Our Wednesday morning NBA bit is back starting with the NBA season. So we're not going to start until the NBA season starts, but then we're going to do it. Then Shot Tank will be Wednesday nights at 9. On Thursdays, we're going to have the NBA bit. Is this Live Before Lock, the So Rare show? Yes, it is. So Live Before Lock is back on Monday. But on Thursdays, we're introducing a new show called So Rare Sharps. It's going to be a recorded show. Our friend George St. Leger. We might have some other guests as well pop in. It's going to be a recorded So Rare show that we'll throw up there every Thursday. And then Friday, introduced a couple other things here. Friday, what we're going to do is the NBA bit. We're then also going to do an underdog happy hour. And I wanted to do this because I feel like it'd be fun to just look at some pick'ems for the weekend, some drafts. We're going to be aggressively drafting these underdog daily drafts. So I wanted to have a show dedicated to it. Maybe we'll try to bring on some guests, maybe crack an early afternoon brew, and then that will lead right into our Friday edition of Live Before Lock. Our Live Before Lock 2, we're going to have Ghost come back and co-host that show. We'll also have TST on there. And then Saturdays, no content on Saturdays. And then Sundays, the NFL show with JBB. What did I call it? The Sunday Sheets this weekend. But really excited about the stuff that we've got coming. It's a lot of content. That's a lot of shows. But I know people who are in the So Rare streets are going to be excited for Live Before Lock. Who's sponsoring this schedule? Yeah, we're fucking working on it, baby. We also are. I'm gonna bring back the newsletter too. which I'll have a special edition of that coming out hopefully this week, and then that will be a weekly thing as well. So just finding more ways. Reach out to Blue Chew. Your audience is definitely fit. You're right. Listen, if Matt Rife can do it, why can't Team Holt to do it? You know. Also, I'm so out on him. I'm glad my TikTok algorithm finally adjusted. I no longer see his stuff. But anyways, that's kind of it for content today. I don't have that we covered the FIBA World Cup. I don't know. Anybody have any hot takes? Is Gnome returning? He's dabbling in the super rare. Yeah, we're gonna get Gnome when we can. The schedule was tough. The schedule was a little tricky when we were last year when we were doing it. So whenever Gnome is available, Gnome is welcome because I love Gnome. Gnome is a good dude. And we'll have some more announcements around So Rare as well as we get there. Yeah, Underdog Happy Hour brought to you by DraftKings. Yeah, I'm excited for the Happy Hour show. The daily drafts have been a lot of fun. And I was fairly successful in the basketball side of things, so I'm excited to dive into that again. And we'll start. I'm actually going to start the Happy Hour show probably next week. And we'll go from there. Boston Base says his hot take is Patriots are going to go 7-10 in the NFL this year. Hey, that was a fun. If that's how they're going to lose games this year, I'm okay with it. I had a lot of fun watching that. Yeah, good. Yeah, the Live Before Lock show was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that one. And listen, if you guys don't tell anybody, I'll share a little alpha with you on the So Rare side. Yes, I do like So Rare's dark side. Don't tell anybody. But the opening day show is going to be live from the So Rare studios. What? There you go. So if you turn your headphones up, a little ASMR for you. But that's our fun announcement. I'll have a better announcement about that soon. Our So Rare cash prizes details published. Is it like football where you need to get to a points threshold? I think it's going to be similar to baseball. I think it's going to be similar to how baseball did it. I don't have the official announcement on that. I think they're going to have announcements in the next couple of weeks. I know they've got some stuff coming out soon. So we'll see, hopefully. How did your NFL dailies go? We broke even yesterday. We grabbed some Aaron Jones late, which is pretty exciting. Aaron Jones saved the day in a lot of our stuff. We also had a lot of Tyreek Hill. Unfortunately, I had a lot of Joe Mixon. I had a lot of T. Higgins. I had a lot of those guys. Have you seen So Rare Data linked up with Rainmakers? Any chance for Team Hold to get a hookup with So Rare Data? Mike, I'll be honest with you, Mike. Yes. And I was prepared to announce that. But I think so. And I don't want to talk out of school for So Rare Data, but I don't think they're going to have a paywall stuff yet for NBA MLB. So once that happens, we will link up with them. But it doesn't make there's no benefit for, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no reason to use a promo code if it's free. So once they're waiting to see anyways, but yeah, we will link up with them at some point. Who deserves to join the 2024 USA team from the previous team? Like from what we just saw, I think Tyrese Halliburton is great. I think Hallie should be there. I think we're going to see him get wild. No, sorry. We the people, So Rare Data linked up. So almost think of it like So Rare Data is like Roto Grinders for So Rare. So Rare Data created some tools around Rainmakers. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, I think Halliburton's definitely going to be there. Are we talking about gray sideburns? Yeah, Halliburton's going to be there. Yeah, Ant-Man and Mikal Bridges was awesome. Like I know everybody voted on Jaren Jackson Jr. as the best player on the team because they did senior superlatives before the FIBA World Cup started. But the real deal was Ant, Hallie, and Mikal. They looked, and honestly, Austin Reeves looked great too. I think Austin Reeves is supposed to be like your 9th or 10th guy. So there we go. That's what I would like to think. I'd keep most of the team intact and address the rebounding issue. Continuity, baby. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know what rebounders they're bringing in because right now they just said LeBron, Steph, and KD. But yeah, Bridges was their best player, man. He was shooting lights out those last 4 or 5 games. It was incredible. They were great. Andre Drummond. Yeah, get Drummond out there. Get Drummond out there for the Olympics. And I know Matt Harrison said this because Detroit basketball. Yeah, we get a little Detroit shout out there right there. We love that. Dwight to guard Jokic. Get Dwight Howard out of it. God, man, imagine just bringing 2 bigs and it's Dwight, Andre Drummond. Let's go. God, that would be so bad. That would be so bad if that was the case. But yeah, NFL wise, Going back to Patrick. Yeah, it was like an okay day yesterday. Again, the 4 p.m. slate saved the day. Otherwise, I was getting smoked in the 1 p.m. I had a Deshaun Watson stack with Elijah Moore and Njoku. And Deshaun Watson ended up getting there. But what was tilting is I originally had a naked Anthony Richardson, and it didn't happen. Then I took it. I moved off of it. Anthony Richardson looks awesome though. It's good for my best ball bags. Also, dude, I feel so bad for J.K. Dobbins, man. J.K. Dobbins just got back, just got healthy. I will say though, I have 25% Gus Edwards in best ball. So, people broke even. There you go. But MLB parlay brought me some funds. There you go. NBA girl. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Give me something else. I got like 5 more minutes. Or not, I probably got more than 5 more minutes. I got like 50 more minutes, but give me something else. Let's take one more break here, and then we'll get back into whatever garbage you guys have for me. Today's NBA Bit is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Whether you're drafting Luka first overall in best ball or fading Wemby blocks in the pick'ems, Underdog is where you'll find Team Hold. Sign up today at underdogfantasy.com or just click the link in the description to get started. And by signing up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you will get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free honey. So sign up today using promo code HOLD, HOLD, and get started at underdogfantasy.com. Man, I meant to do this so rare ad, but it's too late, right? I think we did the underdog ad twice. That's okay. This is a big Rohan, dear Rohan. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know about you guys. I saw a lot of angry NFL all day people on Twitter yesterday. And again, maybe that's just my algorithm because I've engaged with too many people that hate it. But I saw a lot of people seeming cranky. Also, I got to tell you guys, and I get it. I know why they're doing it, but the videos of the video ads of influencers like opening packs and then tweeting it out is so funny. It's so fun. Oh, I did do it. You did okay. I did do it. It's so funny. It's so funny. It just makes me laugh every time. All right, hold on. Let's see. Any input on the Triple J Defensive Player of the Year fraud? Man, I don't know if it's fraud. I still think he's awesome. I just think he was brought in to do something that he's not done. He's never been a rebounder. Triple J is really good at like help defending, blocking shots, that type of stuff. This was not the tournament for him. He was bad. So I don't know if it's fraud, but whatever. Jordan said, but you know what? You know what I will say, Tesla? The same way he will not win Defensive Player of the Year this year. I'll tell you that. He's not going back to back, no matter what he does. That stank is on him now. Same thing with Embiid and MVP. Jordan says, maybe we already talked about it. Probably like 25% of people are out of NFL survivor pools with these upsets over the past weekend. Yeah, I imagine. I bet Minnesota was probably very popular. That was a popular pick. What was the other big upset that I'm blanking on? Oh, my God, Seahawks. I bet the Seahawks were super, super big. Yeah. Might play more tires and Superflex on DK. Seems to be a little less sharp. Might play more tires or tiers. Tiers? Does that mean tiers? Did you see Djokovic honoring Kobe? You know what I didn't? Yes, I did see this. You know what I didn't realize? So I know Novak is awesome. I didn't realize he's now tied for most Grand Slams in tennis history with 24. Like, I still assume Serena had so many more than him. So like when the GOAT conversation started, I was like, come on, guys, like, let's relax. I mean, he's going to break that record, right? He's going to be by himself. He's incredible. He's incredible. Let's see what trick. Yeah, so okay, you're definitely out on Triple J. I like that. I unfollowed all day on X. I don't need 100 reposts of people's rares during an NFL Sunday. Yeah, they're doing a lot of pings in the Discord, man. There's a lot of pings in that Discord. Like, there was one that people just pinging about like who they think is going to have a good game. Like, it was crazy. Seattle took you out. I was a little frisky. I took the Washington Commanders against the Cardinals because I was like, let me save some good picks. So I took Washington. All right, what else we got? Do you think Sean Payton turns around the Broncos? I don't know, man. Broncos and Chargers, it's just going to be the same thing every year. And I know the Miami game was a little bit different, but man, the Chargers, they just find ways to lose fourth quarter games every single week. It's incredible. Baker not throwing an interception broke my 20x pick him on underdog. Yeah, and that was crazy. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker's back, baby. So funny. The Baker Mayfield love. Are the Rams wide receivers legit? I don't know. I think Seattle's defense might just be pretty bad. They were already leaky, right? And then It was bad. They looked really bad. You know who's legit though? Again, I'm still talking about my best ball bags. Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams here. I'll pull up some of my best balls while we wrap up here. God, am I having a stroke? I'm just saying the wrong stuff. Hot take. Zeke was reminded that he's number 2 yesterday. Yeah, Ramondre looked a little scary there for a bit, but he came back. All right, so here we go. This is my here's my best balls. We ended up doing 112 of these bad boys. And right now we did pretty solid. There was actually, you know what's better? Let's just go look at exposure. I think that'll be better. Because I hate that it doesn't show you on desktop how many scores you get. Hype when players reach the threshold to get an evolution point seemed a bit cringy too. Evolution is a nice concept, but got a bit far with the post. Yeah, it's just like I love the dynamic stuff. I think it's cool. I saw like some pretty good arguments about why it's bad, but I kind of liked it. Do we think Scylla will make it to the NFL? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I know, right? How about my dog? Yeah, dude, shout out Coco. We watched that. Greg was in town this weekend. I saw Greg. Greg played softball. I think he went 3 for 3, drove in like 4 runs. We won 15-2 or 17-2, something like that. And then afterwards, we went out because Kelsey went to Tulane. We went out and watched Tulane and Ole Miss play. And it just happened to be right when the U.S. Open women's finals was happening. And shout out to Bar. Bar had sound full on for that. And it was that was a fun one. That was a fun final. Shout out Coco. It was great. I follow a lot of people in the Dapper universe and haven't seen an overly negative stuff about all day. I guess the algo is not shown to me. Yeah, again, it might be algo. It depends what you get involved with. All right, so here we go. Gus Edwards. This is what I was talking about, dude. 25% Gus Edwards, 22% Anthony Richardson. We love that. The Antonio Gibson stuff looked bad. Jalen Warren out-touched Najee Harris yesterday, but unfortunately, it just seems like they're both bad. A lot of Keenan Allen, a lot of Devonta. George Kittle was bad. Mike Williams, but there we go. I don't know. We're doing good, though. We like where we're at right now. The Cooper Kupp 14% is pretty rough since he got put on IR. That was a tough scene. But anyways, good stuff. Is Bam a cook? Dude, shout out Jack Settleman, huh? Shout out Jack Settleman. Put down for the content play, $9K on DraftKings for Texas on money line. Texas to win, $9K. Brought back $30K, was live for the game, then gets on a plane the next morning, goes to Baltimore, watches the Ravens win. A pretty gross game. Lamar looked awful. You know who looked ballers, though, is Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers looks awesome. But yeah, is Bama cooked? I don't know. Maybe Texas is just good. You know? Maybe it's just this year for Texas. No, I'm shouting him out, Tesla. I'm shouting him out. That was a big win. The dude's running hot. The dude is running hot. Actually, you know what we'll close with? This is what we'll close with. Because I saw this morning. And this was one of the funniest things. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just like upload it as a video here. Let me upload it as a video. I think I can do that live, right? Yeah. I saw one of the more wild things I think I've ever seen. And it was from, did it not download? Hold on. Sorry guys, 1 second. Here we go. All right, I'm uploading it now. One of the more wild takes I saw from Gilbert Arenas and Josiah Johnson's podcast I think it's by Underdog. Was it called the Gilbert Arenas? The Arenas? I can't remember. Anyways, this video, this is one of the wildest Utah Jazz takes I've ever heard. And honestly, I'm a little embarrassed that the 89 Cavs didn't do this because this has like Steve energy all over it. But here we go. Hey, I'm going to put my headphones on to make sure this sounds okay. All right, this is a 1-minute video. Get excited.
Right?
They low-key need to get rid of the Jazz.
The whole team?
The whole franchise.
Is there Jazz in Utah?
Just tear it down.
Marketing out there?
Huh?
Marketing? Lauren marketing out there?
Utah folk.
It's a good destination for white.
Man, move Utah. Man, move the Jazz to Seattle so we can get it
I
cracking.
know this sounds racist. If Utah was just all white, I'm pretty sure no one would say nothing about it.
No, for sure.
Right? We wouldn't even care because we know they'd be trash, right?
The all-white Mormon team.
Yeah, they'd be like,
What if they start killing
No, dead ass. Utah should be the only team where you can only pick white players.
No, and nobody will be offended.
No,
Hey,
nobody.
it's okay.
Just all foreigners and white players.
Just for-
I don't want to see no black players. Just all foreigners.
And we'll be
Austin Reeves get 100+ out there.
and we would literally be okay.
Oh God, we'll love that. Like, yo,
Like,
they got the white boys tonight.
But the white boy. He's like, ooh, white boy done bust you.
Just incredible stuff. Yeah, the Pat Bev episode was wild. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one. Yeah, imagine that. No, you can't imagine that combo the other way around. Man, what it yeah, you can't do it. Can't do it. I'm not even gonna try it. We need to aspire to be their chat. They're incredible. They're incredible. All right, I think we're gonna call it there, gang. So we'll be back tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. Listen, everybody pay attention. Do me a favor. Just let's pump this stuff today. If you guys go share, if you guys are on social media, do me a favor. Go tweet something. Share our YouTube channel, tag Team Hold. I would love to hit 10K today. We've been grinding for this for so damn long, and we're close. We're close. It's going to happen. It's either today, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, the latest. But let's do this together. Let's make it a big push on social if we can. Can I force that upon you? Can I? Can you go do? Yeah, when 10K, exactly. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking. Go make the 10K happen, please. Let's do it. Today is the day. Let's go. Everybody go share it. Listen, I'll share you just copy this link I'm going to drop in the chat and then go out there, fire a tweet out, tag Team Hold or myself, and I'll retweet the shit out of everything. Okay. There's a Jason Tatum MGLE Series 1 MGLE. So his Top Shot debut MGLE Jason Tatum when we hit 10K, that's given away. So go do it. Botavine, what are we doing, bro? I need that international number up. But anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. Happy Monday. We get some Monday Night Football tonight. It's going to be, let's get it going. We will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We are out.